back to Unfiltered Mumiverse. We're Chris
and Jules.
Hope you're doing well.
And thank you for being with us this time. How are you doing, Christina?
Great. I think.
It's October. It's almost Halloween.
Yes. Back to routine.
Back to routine,
holidays.
yeah.
Kids back to school.
Until Christmas and then another
almost
break.
there. Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. I'm actually happy that the all summer thing is finished. Autumn is my favorite time of the year. So yeah, until jacket, it's not that hot. It's beautiful. I love it.
It's nice. I prefer summer. I'm a hot one,
Yeah, the spice. You're from the south.
Yes. So I have a question here. Let's start with: are you feeling judged as a mom by another moms?
Like in my head, yes. Like I feel like I'm a very self-aware person, so every time I go out with my kid, like, oh my God, they will think this, or they looked at me, what they are thinking. So I'm kind of, in my head, I'm playing like I'm judged, I'm being judged. But even before my choices, like what I was doing, like breastfeeding or the decision that we were making as a parents, I felt like, oh, they're doing different. So maybe they think this and that about us, that we are not great parents.
Yeah. Well, you always doubt that you're doing the right thing.
Yeah. Because especially with the first child, like you're not sure.
It's normal, yeah.
You're making those choices for the first time. But turning that around, like, have you ever judged other mom?
Probably. Well, I would say before I had kids.
Okay.
I did it.
And after, like, with the choices you made?
Now that I have mine, it's not, I always try not to judge, right? But sometimes it's like, my brain, I can't avoid it. Like, it just, my head is judging and I'm like, but you don't know what's behind, like.
Yeah. Like your mind goes there for a second. And
then it's like, myself. It's like, stop there, okay? You never know.
Right? Yeah, I remember like when my child was born. It's newborn. It's in the pushchair, and you just go for walks and it's easy. But then I saw a mom with the toddler, and the toddler was having tantrum, and the mom walked away. I'm like, I would never leave my child on the street, you know?
How many times you did?
Oh my God!
You lost count, huh?
Yeah, like I was there, and even like. When someone close to me was pregnant after I gave a birth and they were telling me, oh, I'm not planning breastfeeding. I'm like, that's the best thing you can do. Like, I went through it because it was such a difficult experience. And I felt like, what, you're not going to do it? Like, you're not going to go through that pain and suffering? Like, what kind of mom you are? So I was judging.
And we all do.
Yeah. But then I learned.
It's a women thing to do.
Like, yeah. Like, what did you judge the most for, like, other people, other moms? Like, they were doing something different than you did, and...
Actually, I'm, like, a bit judgy about this, like, the solid thing that BLW, like, I don't think that's getting you anywhere. Like, you give your food to your child and, like, throwing it all over the place, or, like...
Yeah, there is this... science behind it, like they need to feel the food and they need to play. And I think you told me like if you don't do that, there is a delay in what?
In their development, like eating after, like the chewing and all that. Because with the puree, they don't chew; they just swallow, so they don't develop.
Yeah, but
I'm telling you,
I was afraid in the beginning. Like puree was like easier. I was putting like a old towel on the floor and then the high chair on it, but still like it was like, dirty. But I was afraid that she's gonna choke. I was afraid like what the pieces, which size actually it needs to be, like to grab with the hand. But okay, like it went naturally with the purées, and then like when she was.
We started with my first one. We started with the purées, and then when he was kind of interested in the food we were eating, we were letting him try.
Yeah.
Or actually, when I was making him purées, I was leaving some pieces without blending them properly.
Okay.
For him to touch them. Like already boiled, like very softy, for him to touch them and see, like, if he will take them to the mouth or will just play with them.
Yeah.
But
were you like exchanging opinions with other moms that they had the children the same age, kind of, and asking them, so
no,
how
with
you
the
doing?
first one, because COVID did a lot of changes in that part. Like, you couldn't talk with anyone else to compare, like, and I was in a different country. I was in Ireland. Then with the second one, I had her here in Spain, and they were like that. Like, it was just 2 years after, and they were like, no. But now we don't do purées, or I don't know if it's because the country in 2 years they cannot change that much, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't give them like purées. We're gonna give them like choices, different things, cut it in different shapes. So they can see, they can experiment, they can try. Like, we're losing the point here. It's to eat.
Yeah.
And they're playing with the food. When I was always told as a kid, you don't play with the food, right?
Yeah. We were raised
You
differently.
don't touch what you're not gonna eat.
Yeah.
So you cannot be touching everything in there and throwing it away.
But I can assure you, in 10, 20 years, when our children will have children, there will be totally new recommendation, not purées, not BLW. It's going to be something totally different.
Yeah, I got shocked with my second one. They did a course, like in the GP, right? With another moms to talk about like the baby led weaning. And like I went there, and all of them, they were like first time moms. Okay. And they had another one. So she was talking, because it's better this way, because you give them purées, then like they don't want to eat proper food till they are bigger, and I'm like, and she was asking, so you have any experiences? Like, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but my kid, it had purées as a baby.
And he's eating
and then
normal.
whenever he wanted, because they said they're going to be more picky eaters if you don't do that as well. And I told them, like, listen, my kid is eating everything now.
Every child is different.
It doesn't
you
mean
can't
anything.
Just...
Then I will, and it's very important that you don't give apple to the kids till they are 4 years old.
Apple?
Because they can choke. And I'm like, it's the first time I'm hearing this.
But what if you give the puree apple?
But like, you boil, when they're babies, you boil the apple with some cinnamon.
You scratch it with
as
like
well. But I used to boil it with some cinnamon, so it gets a bit sweeter.
And
like, they have it.
Yeah.
And here they tell you they cannot eat till they are 4 years old. I'm like, sorry? And I was like, I couldn't shut up. I was like, I'm sorry, my kid is eating apples and it's 2 years old. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. No.
And if you cut it very thin, when they are like 2.5, they can eat it. And my kids love apple. Like,
I heard the thing about grapes. That there was many cases that the children choke, and they choke while they were in the kindergarten, that they were not supervised.
But
and that's like,
why you have to cut it in half.
You have to cut it. And when my child was eating a grape, I was always like, you have to bite. And I was...
Oh, it's fine.
I was checking.
The problem is the size of that fruit is the same size as the
pipe.
Yeah. So it can get stuck. That's why... we were told by the crash, like when we were sending grapes or what was it? Blueberries, depends on the size of the blueberry, because we have here like a bigger ones, almost like grapes, So you should cut them in half.
But
and they're okay because it's the shape. It's like they're not rounded, so you cannot.
No, I saw in my child's kindergarten then. At some point during the day, like later on, they bring the crash kids with the older kids for the pickup time, because there's not many kids left.
Okay.
And they have like a snack. and I came and they were grapes, and the kids were like walking around eating.
Throwing the grapes.
I'm like, that's not right, because there was many cases in Poland. I read that the kid died. Like they tried to save him, it was like too late. The ambulance didn't come on time.
In here, like, I don't know, like in Spain, like here in Catalonia at least, in the school, many schools, like, or you don't bring the fruits, they give them the fruits that they're usually like a pear, a banana. If it's a kind of summer, like, or beginning of summer, they give them watermelon, melon, you know, they give them bigger fruits, you know. In the school, they don't give them grapes.
I wouldn't.
Then there is another thing, or strawberries. There is another thing that I asked the fathers, the parents, to bring their snack, because I had that as well. So you bring the fruit for your kid in the morning, but some other schools, they're asking you to bring the fruit for everybody in the class.
But how you know that somebody is not allergic to something? Like
in theory, like when you do the enrollment of the kid, you have to put that they're the allergies.
Okay.
But yeah, strawberries, like it could be like someone could be allergic to that. But it's fine if I'm sending them, like I'm cutting them, you know, like strawberries, I'm cutting them in 4. But like, what is this? You cut a grape in 2 for your kid, and your kid puts 2 pieces at the same time in the mouth. So like,
what's the point?
Yeah.
The same goes with the popcorn. Like popcorn is very bad for the kids under 6. If they are not supervised, like it's very dry. It can be, you know, a cause of
sometimes
choking.
I got stuck one of those peels, like the peel from the actual corn. My kids eat. My kids have popcorn.
Well, my child when goes to the cinema as well. Yeah. But your choice of breastfeeding, I think we touched that before, but your choice of breastfeeding was obviously your choice.
Yes.
But do you think you would feel judged if you went with the bottle?
Yes, but you know, I think that's why I tried so hard to breastfeed, you know. I was about to give up, and my husband was like, stop doing that to yourself. And then like my mind was like, but is the right thing to do? Is what people say you have to do? Is what the research says you have to do?
The best thing you can give to your child is your
at
milk.
least 6 months, you know, stuff like that.
They were telling me till 2 years. It's recommended, like the recommendation, like you go through the recommendation.
The actual studies, I think they say like the first 6 months of life that they are the most important ones, because you're giving them like you're working the immune system, like all that, right? But like you can do it till 2 years old.
If now any mom would ask me, would you recommend breastfeeding? I would definitely say yes, because there is more pros than cons, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know.
But I would also mention it's very hard in the beginning. Most of women, they suffer. It's painful. You have cracked nipples. You basically are stuck and breastfeed for the first 3 or 4 months non-stop.
Yeah.
Depends how your child is. But it's hard. It is
hard.
Would I do it again? I probably would.
Me too. But I understand as well what I never judge. It's like someone who doesn't want to breastfeed.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to go with bottle? Just go with bottle. Like, I never felt like I could judge that. Like, not even before having kids. It's the only thing I never judged, you know? Like, because everybody knows what they can do or what they want to do. And
sometimes, you know, moms, they don't have a supply. Just the milk doesn't come. And
I would recommend, like, if you want to try it, like, if you are mentally prepared for that,
or
just
not,
go ahead. Like, I mean, no, but I mean, like, if you're sure you want to try it, just go ahead. But if you want to give up, please give up. Not because, like, what they're going to say, what they're going to think, like, is not the right thing to do.
Yeah. But also give yourself time, because nobody told me, like, it can be up to 3-4 days that you don't have the milk coming, okay? And then you can drink the special tea, you can drink that non-alcoholic Guinness, let's say, and it will bring the supply, and you need to eat properly, you need to have your partner or family member to cook for you, basically. Yeah. And you need to have a peace and quiet. You know, your body needs to recover a little bit. So give yourself a week. And if you can't do it because of the pain, cracked nipples, don't suffer just to prove the point, like, oh, I breastfed.
Yeah, but you need to know as well, like you can have both. You can breastfeed and give bottle, like it's fine.
And if
with
you
your
want,
proper
you can,
milk, or like with your own milk, or with formula, it's completely fine.
Yeah. They say like, oh, it's not good because then the baby will choose the bottle, and
but it's true. It is not true. That depends on the baby. Like
every child is different. And
my kid had, the first one had like, I don't know, few bottles, and at some point like he said, I don't want bottles anymore, and he just wanted the breast. You know, it's not this, no, because if you, it's like the dummy. If you give him the dummy, he's not gonna want the boob anymore.
Yeah,
well, my kid never wanted the dummy.
Yeah.
But yours is curious because it was a dummy addict, but she was breastfeeding.
Yeah, she was addicted to the milk, like.
You see? Yeah. And then my kid didn't want dummy at all.
Yeah.
The first one. The second one, I was like, you're taking dummy because mommy needs a rest.
Yeah. But for our viewers, if they didn't see the previous episodes, we kind of line out the pros and cons of breastfeeding. So maybe we can go through it quickly. What would you say is the biggest like benefit? Like it's a good
other
thing.
Than like the nutrients and all the things. Like for us as the moms, it's very good that you can breastfeed whenever,
on the go.
Yeah, wherever, whenever, like cheap.
And can I ask you, did you ever have a situation that you've been judged for breastfeeding in the public, or you felt ashamed in Spain?
No. I know from another people like who is very afraid of it. Like at the beginning, I was a bit ashamed. Like, was COVID again, so you couldn't go out as much, right? But then when you were going out, it's just like you feel like you need to cover yourself.
I felt that way. Like I don't want to have my boob totally out. I didn't feel like confident just to.
So I was always wearing 2 t-shirts.
Okay.
One underneath, like one like a very thin one underneath, and the real one. So you could put one up and the other down.
Okay.
So you won't show that much. Right?
I was the breastfeeding, like
the one with the zipper, or like,
and the hoodie as well, because it was winter, and you open the zipper, and then
I saw that as well.
Yeah.
But then here in Spain, when it's very hot, you don't wear that many clothes, and it's not. I didn't feel. I'm not saying like it's not nice or you shouldn't do it. Like I didn't feel comfortable doing it.
Me neither.
So I had like a very thin cloth, like a muslin cloth, whatever you call it, and I was putting it on my shoulder just to cover a bit my breast, not the kid. Like I don't like
covering the.
Sorry, I'm not judging here, but I don't like when someone cover like the full head.
Yeah,
baby,
I feel like the baby can't breathe.
Yeah,
like what is this?
And I feel like why? And I'm gonna tell you because I saw a video, I think a couple of days ago. I don't remember where was it. Which country was it? But there was a lady breastfeeding a baby, and it was covered, like the baby was covered. And there was another, it was in a restaurant, was waiting for the food. And on the next table, there was another lady, like face to face. And she was telling her, like, can you cover yourself or can you turn? Because I'm eating, right? A woman to another woman.
Yeah.
Like, that's the worst part. And then was people from another table. It was a guy in another table who was like, if it is bothering you, just turn around.
Yeah, don't look.
Change to the other chair you have. And she was like, but I was here first and I'm eating. So, and he was like, so
the baby's eating as well.
The baby's eating. Like, it's normal. I have 3 kids. My wife did that. Like, and everybody was supporting that lady, you know? Like, look, you get like whiskey.
For me, like I would like I breastfed on the airplane, I breastfed on the train, I breastfed on the street, in the middle of the street.
Yeah, I did it as well.
I sat down on the pavement and I did it, you know?
Yeah.
But in the restaurant, but I never kind of felt okay to just do it openly. And I don't judge if the mom breastfeeds in front of me and she feels comfortable to have most of the boob out.
Yeah.
It's your choice. Like it's like with coloring your hair or doing your nails. Like it's your choice
to do what you're feeling comfortable with. Like.
Yeah, I was maybe turning on the side, or I saw a bench over there, so I did it that way. I didn't feel that liberated, let's say. But I know cases. My colleague as well. She sent me some videos that there was in Poland, celebrity. He was like very upset, like the women shouldn't be breastfeeding in the restaurants and in the public places. And as well in Croatia, the restaurants and coffee shops, they have a stickers like breastfeeding mom, welcome here. Like you can feel free and we're gonna support you, which is, it shouldn't be a case. Like you
shouldn't be saying that you can do it here.
Yeah. Like everybody says breastfeeding is the best thing, you should do it, it's recommended, but then you are judged for doing it. Like, so what should you do? Go to the bathroom, sit on the toilet with the baby in the restaurant?
Is it nice?
Yeah. Like how you were breastfed by your mom, like
but
in the basement?
It's that, like, it's something natural. Like, I mean, and it's not like, I don't know, you see through the baby, you see the full boob out there. Like, I mean, it's eating. Like,
you don't have to look. You have a choice to not look, but you look.
But, there are many ways to look. You
can just have a look and she's breastfeeding and
so give her space, like, because like, I don't know, I didn't realize or whatever, right? But then there's another way, like the people is like, oh, but you're breastfeeding, like, I mean, like, just like leave me alone. Am I breastfeeding you? No. So
no,
just
exactly like it's natural as giving a birth. It's natural. It's like it's a just wonder of our bodies, what they can do, like produce a milk.
What is true as well, like here in Spain, you have a few shopping centers that when you go to the toilet, there is a special room.
Yeah, I like
at the airport, I think, right? At the breastfeeding room.
Yeah, breastfeeding room, also changing room where you have a chair and a toilet for the mom.
Yeah,
which is great.
And there's a microwave.
Yes,
I believe it's for the formula. Like, so you have to.
You can do everything. You can go pee, breastfeed, change the baby.
That's very nice.
Very nice.
But I don't think they're enough. First of all, because you have one in a huge shopping center, one room.
They're disgusting. Like you come in and like, I'm not doing that here. Like, sorry.
And because if someone doesn't feel comfortable doing outside, like they should have the choice to have a place to do it. Yeah, I saw people like moms having the kid like on the carrier, feeding the baby. The baby is sitting there walking. Like, I mean, like, can you stop?
Yeah.
Take a break. Feed your baby. Like, I know we don't have time. Like, we're rushing.
But yeah, when
like,
you're walking, everything is moving in the baby belly. Like,
I don't know. Just give him a break. Like, life is trash.
I don't like that women judging other women for that, if they are moms themselves or they never had a kid, but like live and let live. Like,
but I breastfed both of them and I never felt like, oh, I cannot do it here. I did it, but like always covering, like just do.
You were self-conscious to you make sure that you not make other people uncomfortable,
but you think about it before you do it.
Yeah.
But like, I need to feed my baby, like, and it's like, should I do it here? Is it okay if I'm doing it here? Like, shouldn't be like that. I need to feed my baby. I feed it. That's it.
Yeah. I hope this will change in the coming years. Like,
I don't know.
And guys, if you don't feel comfortable with the view of mom feeding a baby, breastfeeding, then don't look. Turn around and don't be judgy.
Go somewhere else.
Yeah. Baby cot, co-sleeping.
Did you sleep with your baby?
So
Did you rest? Well, you had the baby with you.
Well, sometimes, not always. Like, I was overtired for 1.5 years, to be honest.
I'm overtired for 4 years now. Yeah.
But like, this like, because there was no break from coming back from the hospital, I didn't have a day to recover. It was, let's go, keep going. Yeah. So we had the baby cot, the travel baby cot, and I recommend that one. It's another tip from me. So she was like 1.5, like Perfect. Not hitting the head with the chip, and you can take it with you, and the baby is safe, like bouncing from side to side. We had that, and whenever we put her to sleep in the evening, she was in the baby cot.
In your room?
In our room, yeah. And then for the first 7 months. And then when we were going to sleep and it was time to breastfeed, like I was still awake, I was breastfeeding her on the chair, and middle of the night, she was in the bed with us, and I breastfed laying down to have some sleep. Because some nights she was like every half an hour.
I know, I did that, but like, in a way, like I was never fully deeply asleep when the baby was with me.
You were
in
kind
the
of
bed.
aware, yeah.
Yeah. Like,
but the husband was fully asleep, right?
Oh yeah, I was snoring. But he was telling me as well, like I was very afraid. Like I wasn't moving. Like he was waking up, like, you know, so like I can move anymore.
Stiff neck and arms, like
because I didn't want to touch it. So he was on his side at the edge of the bed, like give them space.
Girl, our bed was 140 on 200 because that was my bed from before.
Bit small.
So the next time we moved, we like the biggest one, we going for 180 on 200, and now we still like.
I have 160.
Yeah. Next bed will be 200.
Full room.
Because she still comes to bed. She still comes to us. And there was a time that she was sleeping like not vertically, she was horizontal.
How?
And always the feet on my side, and was getting kicked. But yeah, I mean, you know yourself, you know your child.
Yeah, but
and you have to pay attention.
That's again the same, right? The expectations we have. You buy that co-sleeping bed, the cot, you can put it beside your bed, you know, because the baby is gonna sleep there. Right, guys? It's not sleeping. Spoiler.
5 minutes.
It's not. And then you spend a lot of money on that thing. You never use it. And the kid's sleeping with you till like it's big enough so you can move him or move her to their room and in a regular cot or actually in a bed, let's say.
But did you hear that? Oh, you let your child sleep with you, so they will never leave your bed?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot. I can say that my first one, my kid was sleeping with me, my bed, till he was 13 months. Then we moved to our apartment, and we tried to put him in his own bed, his bedroom, bed on the floor where he could go up and down. He could do it then, and he never wanted to come back to us.
Okay.
You know, even we were in a different place with a different bed. He was never there before, you know. He was scared. He was like, mommy. He was calling us. We were going there. I was like, do you want to come with me to my bed? No, I want to stay here.
Yeah.
Like, wow. That's why I wanted another kid. But now she wants to stay with us forever.
Like you see, every child is different. Like for us, we put her in her own bedroom when she was 7 months old in the baby cot. And I was putting her to sleep there. I was coming to breastfeed in the room. But then when she was like crying a lot, then I was taking her to our bed. And then when she was big enough to get her own bed, she's sleeping there. And yes, there are days or nights that she comes to us in the middle of the night. She comes, I need to go pee-pee. And then she's going, I want to go to your guy's bed. And that's fine. Or when she's sick, she's sleeping with us because I want to monitor her, you know. But I don't think like I'm enjoying that time because, well, if I'm not kicked in my liver or somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because like in few years, she will be like shutting the door in her room and like, I don't want to talk to you. So my husband always tells me, enjoy because it will pass.
Yeah, it's true. But like, you know, sometimes even when my husband was going to work very early in the morning, they were coming both kids to my bed, right? And he was telling me that like enjoy them because like you don't know when they're gonna stop wanted this, right? And it's true, it's nice for a bit, you know, or some days to have them all together till they start like kicking each other and one of them and crying, you know, and I'm like, okay, let's go out from the bed.
That's it. Go to your bed.
Yeah, but it's nice.
Yeah.
Or the thing that you have when you have a second one and your bed is not big enough is that you feel bad for the second one that comes.
Yeah. There's no space. Come back tomorrow.
And actually, usually the older one.
Yeah, make the reservation. But did you see video? It was some time ago. There was a mom that she installed in her daughter's bedroom a light system. When the light was red, she woke up in the morning, the light was red, it means mommy is busy and she had to stay in her room. Well, the mom was explaining it, if I remember correctly, that in case of anything, she can call the mom and she can leave the room. But the red light means mommy is not ready yet. I think it's a bit too much.
It's a bit too much. Yeah.
Like, it's like a prison. Like, but she was like defending it. But she knows she can.
I know that they are kind of like an egg or a clock.
Yeah.
For the kid to have it, like you can set like, I don't know, from 9 p.m. till 7 a.m. the light is red or orange, and it's saying like it's sleeping time.
Yeah.
Right. So for the kid to see it's still night or can I wake up already, you know, that's different thing, right? It's for them to adjust, to know like it's time, it's day, so I can wake up or not. But I think that's a bit too much.
Yeah, like in our apartment we have those blinds outside, so when they are down, it's midday, it feels like it's a night. So our child now she learns, she puts the blinds up, then she comes to our room, mommy, it's bright already, wake up. But like I feel like that's bit too much to set the light red, and then whenever you finish, I don't know what you're doing, then put it the green and the child can leave the room.
Doesn't sound cool.
No, it's you don't have a lot. It feels like a trauma for later. Like therapy costs a lot.
Okay, if you don't want her to go to you, just lock the door.
I mean, I don't know. It's
right. Oh, mommy's coming.
I was judgy there, you know. I was judging that.
I'll be judgy too. Like,
yeah,
it sounds weird.
Yeah. Okay. The pacifier, dummy, whatever you call it in your country. How you call it in Spain?
Chupete.
Chupete? We call it smoczek.
Okay, I'm not gonna try this because I can't say it. Okay.
I heard. Okay, I have from personal experience, and what I heard is not healthy to give the baby the pacifier or dummy. But we were okay. She was breastfed and she had the pacifier. She was the pacifier addict, okay? And what we noticed in our case, her front teeth from the pacifier went like kind of to the outside.
Even though you were using the correct ones,
yes,
but the ones like, you know, the
shape of the nipple
or
and whatever. They cost, one pacifier costs like €13. And you know how fast they go, like that there is a hole. If there is a hole, you need to throw it. Like it's choking.
When the teeth are coming out, they're breaking
them. So you know how many of them
I was always afraid. I was checking them forever because like...
And you have to sterilize them and whatever.
You do that with the first kid.
Yeah.
We talk about this.
But her teeth went to the front. And we were going to the dentist and she was telling us, you guys, it's your choice, but I would recommend stop using pacifier because it's gonna get worse. And you know, we stopped when she was almost 3. We were traveling to Kenya a few times. We were traveling for holidays, and pacifier in the airplane for the takeoff and landing, it's very important.
Yeah.
Or breastfeeding or whatever, right? She had the changes of changing from creche to the kindergarten, changing from not having the diapers. So it was a lot.
Yeah.
But then after a few months, the teeth went back.
But she was using it like all day or just to sleep?
No, she was using it for sleep 100%. And then when she had the tantrums, the pacifier was there, you know.
Okay. No, mine was the first one didn't want, which I was the dummy. right?
Okay, your
With
arms.
breastfeeding, and with
there.
breastfeeding, it's like you are the dummy. So he was using it to fall asleep.
Okay.
And I said, the second one is taking a dummy, like, I was like, go. After 2 years, like, you need the rest.
Yeah.
So I tried many of them till she took one. And I was like, okay, I need to buy like many of this one because it's the only one she likes.
Yeah.
And she was very attached to it. But then we start cutting it just for nap, just for the night, or of course when she was crying like crazy, or she was falling, or whatever. But then we cut it very easily. Like they say, like, oh, it's very difficult. Once you give it, it's very difficult to remove it, or Again, it depends on the kid.
Yeah.
And the way you do it. If you think the baby is ready, he's gonna do it. If not, you have to wait a bit more. It's like with the diapers, right? You need to wait for them to be ready.
I had a system when I was breastfeeding her to change from the nipple to the pacifier. I had it here, and then I was putting my finger in her mouth. She was letting go my nipple, and then I'm like, okay, pacifier. So she didn't notice it's different, and then putting her back to the cot. But I heard a lot of stories like how to stop using pacifier, like you put vinegar on it. And I'm like, okay, not. Then somebody was saying you cut the tip.
Yeah, I heard that.
And I'm like, but everybody say that when it's broken, you shouldn't give because it's a choking hazard.
No, because not in that way. It's not choking because it's not that part of it. It's gonna fall or they're gonna swallow. It's just like the air is coming inside, so they don't like it because they can suck it.
Yeah.
Properly, I heard that as well. Like we just said, like, one day we were coming back from the beach, and we said, okay, let's give it a try. And we say, like, oh, we forgot it at the beach, and my older one was like, oh, a shark ate it. And I'm like, okay,
let's go with that story.
Yeah. And then for the next 3 days, she was like, Mommy, I want the dummy. I was like, yeah, do you remember what happened with the dummy? And then she was smiling a bit, and she was like, was a shark. I'm like, yes, it was a shark. Let's leave it there.
Trauma.
Don't tell anybody, but it was a shark.
Okay.
It was okay. And let me tell you, I think after 2-3 weeks, she was again like, from time to time, she was like, Mommy, I want the dummy.
Okay.
She was very tired, she wanted to sleep, and she was like, I want the dummy. I was like, we don't have dummy. Let me check the box, because we were keeping them in a box to go to sleep, And I was showing her. I was like, it's a shark. Yeah, it's a shark.
Shark is to be blamed.
But yeah.
Yeah. We did
I thought it's gonna be more difficult for her.
I thought that too. We had a very difficult 2 first nights because I told her, like, okay, so let's plant the dummy in the pot, and we see next day if the flower will appear. And she was like excited, in the afternoon. We put it in the bag, we put it in the soil, and then we put the water, and I was like, okay. We went to sleep. She was mad. She was like, I want my dummy, I want my pacifier. I'm like, but we already planted. It's like the flower is growing.
Yeah,
she was
knew
upset.
where was it. So.
Yeah. And that night I put her to sleep because I knew if my husband will do it, he's gonna give up and he's gonna bring it back. Yeah. And she went to sleep. When she fell asleep, I throw it the pacifier to the garbage. I told my husband, take it out. And I plant the plant. And in the morning, like, let's go to see, And she was like, where's my pacifier? I'm like, look, the flower, it's here, She was checking. And the next night as well, she was asking, like, you remember the flowers outside? That's from the pacifier. So it took her like 2-3 days.
But then it's a very nice way to do it.
I saw people do on the balloons with the helium, and they let it in the air. But then the kid is like, getting crazy, crying, like, bring my pacifier back. So I was like, okay, not balloons, like, let's do the flower,
I remember when I was a kid, I was told that a dog ate my dummy.
Okay.
But like,
a shark, a dog, there's a pattern.
How dummy we are, let's say, because like we know, kids know they have like shitloads of them. And we say that we lost one, and like,
where's the 500?
I remember after we removed it, like, I was home, or you change a backpack to another one, or your handbag, and there's always a dummy somewhere there, like, oh my god, like, you have to hide it. Like, where is it? Where do I put it?
Yeah.
Throw it in the bin, like at the very end of the bin, because I don't know your kids, but mine. If I throw something in the bin, they're gonna say it.
Yes.
Why did you throw this?
They see everything. Mommy, what is this?
Why did you throw this? It's full of shit. Why you take it from the bin?
Yeah, she does that. But now when she sees a pacifier with the kid, or like somewhere on the ground in the kindergarten, look, mommy, this is for the small baby, right? I'm like, yeah, you're a big girl now.
She had a baby, a doll, who had a dummy hanging as well. So after she stopped using it, she was like, oh, mommy, look, but she's small, she has a dummy, like. And the day after, I cut it with the scissors and I threw it away.
The baby doesn't have a
dummy either, Yeah. Need to help her, because otherwise.
Yeah, but I would also say, like, don't listen to people. You know your child, and if it's crying nonstop and the dummy works, go for it, and then just monitor, because like the teeth went back, thankfully.
I don't know. It saved me many disasters, many dramas.
For the travel in the middle of the shop.
Crazy, and you look.
Yeah.
And now sometimes I miss it, like when he has a very huge drama, like, or she fell or something. My mind is like, put the dummy. And I'm like, we don't have that anymore, But my brain is like.
Yeah, it was helping them to calm down, for sure.
To fall asleep.
Yeah, to fall asleep as well. And then I was taking it from the bed, like removing it.
No, mine was sleeping with it. I reached the point I was buying those ones that you see them in the dark.
They glow. The glowing one.
Okay. Because she was losing it. And when she was, sometimes, because she was asleep, and she was saying like, taking it, throwing it in the room, like, you could hear, but you couldn't see. So I had to buy the glowing one.
Oh, that's funny.
Make your life easier.
Have you ever tried those wraps or those carry things for the baby?
Can be honest, I was always afraid.